Did you guys know we recently hit 1,000 subscribers here on YouTube? Well, we'd actually be at more like 6,000 if the 85% of you returning viewers actually hit the subscribe button. You scroll down just a little bit and there's going to be a subscribe button for you guys right here. You can even hit like on the video or share it with your friends too while you're down there. And our description box down below also has links to all of the different socials I have. And the best part is you can even leave a comment telling me how much you enjoyed the video, or didn't. I don't care, it's your life. Subscribing doesn't take anything but that 1 second of time, and it really helps make sure that you don't miss any of my uploads. So if you are enjoying watching all of my content, it helps you out, and it helps me out. Now that you've done that, let's get back to the video. What is going on, guys? Ninja Nick back with another round of the League Challenge in East Greenbush, New York. We have Noah on the left again, who beat me in the previous round. If you haven't seen that yet, go check that out. That was the previous upload. And we have Nate on the right, who is playing Gardevoir EX. Hopefully better than me. So, I mean, I'd say this is a pretty 50-50 matchup, but the single strike stuff can really just hit for weakness. We do see Noah is going first, starts one Lugia V, and is going to have that nest ball. Will be able to search the deck for any basic Pokemon to put down onto the bench. Could have gotten the basic Evital or the Tyranitar, but goes instead for the Lugia V. I suppose just making sure that this Lugia in the active doesn't get knocked out for whatever reason. Maybe in the last game knew I was playing the Luxray, so goes, okay, well, if my opponent this round's playing the Luxray as well, maybe I want to actually have two Lugias out, just to be safe. But the first turn, Gardevoir can pretty much never attack, or actually can never attack. They can do like teleportation burst for 10 or memory skip for 10, and that's like their only potential turn 1 attack. So we are going to get one Ralts down here onto the bench for our first turn here. We have, it looks like maybe 4 Psychic Energies in hand. Would be really great if you were able to find your way to a Professor's Research this turn. But we are going to use our Mysterious Tail of our Mew to use a Fog Crystal. Definitely not going to be going for another Psychic Energy, I would assume. Probably going to go for another Ralts here. So I am actually playing against chien-pao at the next table over. And it was pretty great. They didn't get back Excalibur for a couple of turns, so I picked off their Bidoof with the Cresselia. I used Reversal Energy to one-shot I used the Reversal Energy to one-shot a chien-pao. It's pretty downhill for them from there, so. Attaching a Psychic Energy to the Mew, not really what you want to see here. Not the best start. Is 2 Ralts and then it attached to a Mew is not the most ideal start, but sometimes that's all you got. We did see his hand was just full of energy. If we were able to find a Battle VIP pass off of that Mew, definitely would have seen a Radiant Greninja to be able to discard some of that energy and also draw some extra cards, but unfortunately, never lucky. And I should maximize this. There we go. That's a little better. So we see the Raw Burnett, as it's called, discarding 2 Archeops to the discard pile. Not having to use Illuminion to find it is pretty great there. We are going to see an Ultra Ball here as well. So Ultra Ball is getting rid of another Ultra Ball as well as a single strike energy. You usually have 2 to 3 Urn of Vitalities in the deck. Well, 2 to 4, I guess, in Lugia. I always like, I think I like 3. I like 3 to 4. I don't like 2 in order to put those single strike energies back into the deck. So not too big of a deal discarding one. And one does immediately go back into the deck. That is telling me that we will probably see some sort of supporter card this turn. Since there are no single strike Pokemon yet, I think I might consider holding the urn until the turn where I can get 2 of them back into the deck. Otherwise, but... So we could actually go for double turbo to fully stock up this Lugia off of 1 Archeops, but the better play here is to get a V-Guard and a Gift Energy off of the first one, and get a double turbo with the second one. That way you have the ability, if the Lugia, you make it harder for the Lugia to go down because of the V-Guard energy, and if it does go down, you have the Gift Energy to draw until you have 7, so using those energies as a great utility device there. Even though, like, you could have gone double turbo to the active and then gotten another primal turbo to the bench as well to try to get both of these Lugias fully loaded up in a turn. But this is just always the better play. And we just see the Tempest Dive for the knockout on the Mew. And Nate's going to really have to find some rare candies or just maybe a research or something actually playable this turn. Looks like we do have an INO, so we're going to attach 1 Psychic Energy first for turn because those energies are just going to go to the bottom of the deck. So might as well attach 1 before we go ahead and draw. We do find 1 Refinement Curlia here. And if we were playing Mirage Skip, that level ball that's currently in hand could have actually become a Mirage Step Curlia and found us an extra 2 Refinement Curlias to go to the bench this turn, and would not be that bad. And if you had, like, maybe Ultra Ball Super Rod, you could have Ultra Balled this Curlia away to then Super Rod it back into the deck so that then you could Mirage Step out 3 Curlia. But Nate is not playing Mirage Step at all. He likes the full 4 Refinement, which I don't blame him for. Refinement is really good, but the times when Mirage Step is good, it just can sometimes just win you games, especially if you do prize double Ralts. So we are going to Ultra Ball, getting rid of Ultra Ball and Zacian V in order to find that other Ralts here. So now we have all 4 Ralts in play, one of which has evolved into the Curlia. We are going to use Teleportation Burst to do 10 damage and switch into another Ralts here. We see the top deck is the Luminion V if we needed that, but we do have that Tyranitar here. We could actually set that up and start Cragalanching, would be really great to see. Potentially milling away some of Gardevoir's important resources if you're able to mill something along the lines of Super Rod is always really great. Or if you can just make them get rid of their Gardevoir pieces a little too early. We do see that this Luminion is coming down, and we're eyeing up the boss's orders, probably to get rid of that Curlia. That is the only Curlia that is in play right now, so definitely would like to see that happen. We could even see the retreat getting rid of the double turbo energy off of the Lugia V-Star to go into the Tyranitar, using a couple of single strike energies, as well as any 1 colorless energy, will allow you to Cragalanch and knock out the Curlia. So this is definitely the right play here. This is huge. So we do see the first Archeops is coming out here, putting 2 single strike energies down, and then the second Archeops here will probably get Gift Energy V-Guard onto the Tyranitar, or it could just be the Gift if you don't feel the need for the V-Guard, but I think you get the V-Guard no matter what, always. Nobody's playing Mimikyu V in these decks, or Mimikyu EX in these Gardevoir decks anymore, so you're not being punished for having extra energy on your Pokemon, so no reason not to get the V-Guard energy and just make it harder for the Zacian to take the knockout, even though we did see that Zacian get discarded on this last turn. We know it's not likely that that's going to happen, but get that V-Guard just in case your opponent has some crazy balls to the wall turn. But yeah, play that boss's orders, get that Curlia up into the active, and Cragalanche that thing away into oblivion. And this is the sheer power of the Lugia deck. Only getting rid of Manaphy Worker, which are probably two of the least important cards to get rid of from the Gardevoir deck. But at least you tried, right? And Nate at this point just scoops. He's like, yeah, I can't do anything. Just accepting his fate, unlike in the previous round where I would not accept my fate because I knew it's best of one and I was gonna hang in there as long as possible. Nate's like, yeah, I'm not even gonna bother. I'm just gonna let this be done. And that's the game. As always, guys, do not forget to comment, like, and subscribe and all that good stuff. We will see you all next time for a Gardevoir mirror. I will be playing Nate because we don't need any more chien-pao matches on the channel right now. We don't. We've seen enough.